Supply continues to go up. Prices are staying strong, but in a surprise twist, demand goes up. This week on Market Watch. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Market Watch for the week of April 25th through May 1st. I'm your host, Jason Zwolak of the Zwolak Group with First Team and Christie's International Real Estate. Hope you're all having a fantastic week. For those of you tuning in for the first time, each week I take a look at what is happening in the Orange County and Irvine market as a whole, and then I break the Irvine market down into 3 separate sections. If you do like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you're notified every time I post. I post new videos every week, so you don't want to miss out on any of them. Really, the goal of this is to give you information about what's happening in today's real estate market, just so that you can keep your finger on the pulse of the market and you know exactly what is going on. Another week's gone by and we saw another shift. In the past several weeks, we've seen our supply or our inventory continue to increase, albeit a lot slower than we have in years past. However, for the first time in several weeks, we actually saw our demand go up, which is great news. It seems like we may have turned that corner. We don't know yet. Obviously, there's still a lot of questions in the air as we move through this pandemic and the stay-at-home order. But seeing demand go up is great news. We've actually also seen houses get multiple offers. One of our listings went in with multiple offers. We had 3 offers on it in the first 21 days, and we came on right in the middle of this. We had just put an offer in for a client, and it's in multiple offers, so we're trying to win that for them. So there are a lot of buyers that are still out there on the market right now. So it's very interesting, and we're going to see what happens as we move through this. Prices have pretty much stayed the same, and we're going to see that as we move into the numbers here in just a second. So as you know, the first one that we look at is we're going to look at Orange County and look at that as a whole and see what happened over the last week. So let's check it out. So in Orange County, last week, we had 330 homes sell. That is up slightly from last week. Last week, we had 315. So we did see some more homes sell this week. The average days on market for those homes was 35 days. That was pretty tight. It's almost the same as last week. Last week was 30 days for the average days on market. The number of homes that are currently on the market in Orange County, I just alluded to that a few moments ago, just over 4,700 at 4,718, up 4% from last week. Last week we were at 4,524. The average list price in Orange County, $955,524. Average sold price, $928,474, with a list to sold average of 97.2%, down about a point and a half, 1.5% from last week, but still staying strong. But here's the interesting number is 1,815 homes currently in escrow. That is up from 1,797 homes last week. So we've got about 18 more homes this week than last week. That's the first time that has happened since March. So that's great news. We've steadily been going down, and hopefully we've hit that bottom. So we'll have to see what happens as we move forward. So some good news on the demand side. Again, our supply is continuing to rise, and our list of sold average is still solid at 97.2. It did dip a little bit, but we're still seeing our prices hold strong. So that's what's happening in Orange County. Let's take a look at Irvine and see if there's any differences there. So in Irvine last week, there were 21 homes sold, 22 the week before. That's pretty similar. Average days on market for the homes that sold was 42. The number of homes that are currently on the market is 588. That's up 7% from last week at 548. So we did see an increase there. The average days on market for the homes that are currently on the market is 65. The average list price for this week was $1,113,331. The average sale price was $1,080,649, with a list to sold average of 97.1%. We had 153 homes in escrow right now. That's up 5.5%, where we had 145 last week. So again, we're seeing that demand go up. We saw our inventory go up 7%. We saw our demand go up 5.5%. So there's a difference there of 1.5%. So that's really good news. Really seeing that inventory go up. And again, our list of sold average staying pretty strong at 97.1. We're just not seeing prices being affected at this point. Will they be down the line? That's anyone's guess. But what we're seeing right now is prices are staying strong. So that's a really good thing, especially if you're thinking of selling. If you're thinking of buying, what the rates are, and we're going to talk about those in a little bit. It's a great time to get into the market if it suits you. You want to make sure that you're in the good financial position. Lenders are doing their due diligence and making sure that there's not going to be any issues. So I think that's a really good thing so that people don't get into a bind. But if you can take advantage of this time, it might be the time to jump in right now. So now we've taken a look at Orange County and Irvine. I break Irvine down into 3 separate subcategories. Those subcategories are first-time home buyer, step-up, and luxury. Let's start with the first-time home buyer. That's anything listed under $750,000. Let's check it out. So under $750,000 this week, we had 6 homes sell, same as last week. Average days on market for those homes, 30 compared to 31 last week. No big difference there. The number of homes that are currently on the market, this one went up 10. We were up to 157 from 147 last week. And the number of homes that are currently in escrow, so our demand, went up slightly by 3 homes from 36 to 39. So very similar in what we saw in the Irvine and the Orange County. We're seeing supply go up slightly, demand go up a little bit slower. It's not keeping pace, but it is going up slower, which is actually typical this time of year. So that is, the numbers are lower, but we're seeing that demand go up, which is great. The days on market are still pretty quick for the homes that are selling. And these homes sold, they came on the market during the pandemic. So during our stay at home. So we're seeing these homes sell. So that's good news. Now that we've taken a look at the first-time home buyer market, we take a look at the step-up market. The step-up market is anything listed between $750,000 and $1.25 million. It's a really solid market here in the Irvine area. So let's check that out and see what the numbers tell us. So in the step-up market, we had 10 homes sell this week. That was actually down from last week, down from 13. We have 231 homes that are currently on the market, and that is up from 216 last week. So we did see a little bit of a hike in the inventory in this category. Average days on market is 54 for the homes that are currently on the market and 34 for the homes that sold. So still pretty solid for the homes that sold. They did sell quickly. And that number of homes that are currently in escrow is 77, up from 74 last week. So again, very similar to the first-time home buyer market. Increase in inventory, increase in demand, albeit slightly, and the days on market are staying tight. So we're really seeing the same thing across the board here, and I think we're probably going to see the same thing in luxury. But now that we've done the step up and the first time home buyer, we take a look at our luxury, which is $1.25 million and up. So let's check it out. So in the luxury division, we saw 5 homes sell, up slightly from last week, where there was 3. The number of homes that are currently listed in this category is 200 versus 185 last week. So we did see a slight increase there. The number of days on market for the homes that sold was 72. Average days on market for the homes that are currently on the market is 92. And the number of homes that are currently in escrow is 37 versus 35 last week. Pretty much the same thing, right? As we look at what happened in Orange County and Irvine in all 3 of our separate categories, we're seeing that continue. We're really going to keep an eye on these numbers as we move forward in the coming weeks to see if that demand does continue to rise, because that is going to be very important. And we really want to see what happens as more homes come on the market. Is demand going to continue to increase, or is it going to fall back into what we saw in the weeks before where it dipped down? So we're going to really keep an eye on that. Again, prices are staying strong. We're seeing multiple offers still. So the market is still holding, and we're just hoping that it's going to stay like that. But we'll have to keep an eye on that as we move forward. So now we've taken a look at the market as a whole. Now I dive in and take a look at the mortgage rates for you, just to give you an idea what's happening. Rates are really good right now. Lenders are really doing their due diligence. They're really screening people. So there is a lot that has to be done, but that's a good thing because it's protecting the market, it's protecting the banks, and it's protecting you. So let's take a look at what happened in the interest world last week. So these rates were as of May 4th, as of yesterday, Star Wars Day. The conforming 15-year fixed was 3.11%. Conforming 30-year fixed, 3.52%. Conforming 7/1 ARM, 3.380%. So a jumbo, so anything over that conforming rate, was 3.28%. Jumbo 30-year fixed, 3.64%. Jumbo 7/1 ARM, 3.26%. The FHA 30-year fixed at 3.32%. Some great products happening right now in the FHA world and great rates. And for all of our veterans out there, 30-year fixed, 3.37%. So again, rates are great. If you do have the chance to jump in right now, you can get a fantastic rate on that mortgage. It just has to be the right time for you. If you do have any questions, as always, please reach out to us. We're here to help in any way that we can. We are here to answer those questions and really allow you to be the most educated people on the market when it comes to what's happening in Orange County, what is happening in Irvine as buyers and sellers. If you did like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell so you're notified every time I post. New videos come out every week. We look forward to seeing you guys again soon. And until next time, take care, everybody.